We humans like to think of ourselves as rational beings. However, our minds are riddled with biases, invisible forces that shape our perceptions and influence our decisions. One of the most powerful of these biases is confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to favor information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. It acts like a filter on our perception, letting in evidence that supports our views while blocking out anything that contradicts them. This happens subtly and often unconsciously, making it a particularly insidious bias. Imagine our minds as a courtroom. With confirmation bias presiding as judge, the jury only hears from witnesses who support the verdict they already favor. This selective intake of information impacts our personal relationships, professional endeavors, and even entire societies. By understanding confirmation bias, we can begin to dismantle this invisible barrier to clear thinking and make more informed decisions. Confirmation bias is woven into the fabric of our daily lives. From the news we consume to the products we buy, this bias subtly shapes our choices and reinforces our existing beliefs. In today's polarized media landscape, it's easy to find news sources that align with our political leanings. We gravitate towards outlets that echo our existing views, creating echo chambers where dissenting voices are rarely heard. Social media further exacerbates this phenomenon. Algorithms curate our feeds based on our past behavior, showing us content we're likely to agree with. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle where our existing biases are constantly validated. Confirmation bias also influences our interpersonal relationships. We tend to surround ourselves with people who share our values and beliefs. While this provides comfort, it limits our exposure to different perspectives, further solidifying our biases. Even shopping can be influenced by confirmation bias, as we seek out reviews that confirm our initial impressions. Confirmation bias has significant implications in fields that demand objectivity, such as science, medicine, and law. In scientific research, confirmation bias can lead to skewed results and flawed conclusions. Scientists may unconsciously favor data that supports their hypotheses while overlooking contradictory findings. In medicine, confirmation bias can have serious consequences for patient care. Physicians may focus on symptoms that confirm their initial diagnosis, leading to misdiagnoses and delayed treatment. The legal system is also vulnerable to confirmation bias. Jurors may interpret evidence in a way that confirms their initial impressions of the defendant's guilt or innocence. This underscores the importance of careful jury selection and clear presentation of evidence. The consequences of confirmation bias extend far beyond individual decisions, contributing to societal polarization and poor decision-making. By reinforcing our existing beliefs and shielding us from alternative viewpoints, confirmation bias fuels societal divisions. This polarization leads to political gridlock, social unrest, and an erosion of trust in institutions. Confirmation bias also hinders our ability to make sound judgments. By limiting our exposure to a full range of information, it prevents us from making fully informed decisions. Furthermore, confirmation bias plays a significant role in the spread of misinformation. We readily accept and share information that aligns with our views, even if it's false, contributing to the spread of misinformation. Breaking free practical steps to challenge our biases. While overcoming confirmation bias entirely may be impossible, understanding its influence is the first step towards mitigating its effects. Actively seeking out diverse perspectives is essential. Engage with different viewpoints, even if they challenge our own. This might involve reading news from a variety of sources or having open conversations with people who hold different beliefs. Cultivating critical thinking skills is another vital step. Question our assumptions, evaluate evidence objectively, and be willing to change our minds in light of new information. Practicing intellectual humility is crucial. Recognize that we don't have all the answers and that our worldview is just one of many. By understanding confirmation bias and taking practical steps to challenge our biases, we can move towards a world where decisions are based on evidence, not just echoes of our existing beliefs. Like and subscribe for more psychological enlightenment.